Good evening, Villa fans. Second video of the day. I just thought I'd jump on and do a quick preview for the Hansa Rostock friendly game, the second preseason game. Villa travel to Germany on Saturday. I believe it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. It's on Villa TV again. Fortunately, I won't be out there, but I know that Max Stokes from Villa on Tour will be. So I'll be looking forward to seeing his blog and his thoughts on the game after. But yeah, Hansa Rostock, bit of an unknown quantity. They were in the top flight of the Bundesliga sort of a good few years ago, and they've sort of slid down the divisions, and they're currently playing in Division 3 now. So really sort of tailed off massively. And there's not too much, you can find out about them. Looking historically, they've had a couple of players, and there are a couple of links with Villa actually as well, surprisingly. So they've had two players play for them that's played for Villa back in the 90s. Probably a lot, way before a lot of you guys were born. But in the Joseph Venglosh era at Aston Villa, we had Stefan Beinlich, a German, who went on to play for the national team as well. He's played for Hansa Rostock, and Matthias, I can't even pronounce his surname, but Brugovitz, I'm going to call him. But yeah, two players that played for Villa, played for Hansa as well. They've also got Oliver Neuville. And those of you remember sort of late 90s German national team World Cup, little striker, played for, I think it was Borussia Dortmund or Leverkusen. Might have been Munich, but he was quite a dangerous little player. But he came from the Hansa Rostock club as well. So that's probably their most famous player who's gone on to sort of represent the German national team. They had a Nigerian striker called Victor Agali, who played in the 1994 World Cup, I believe, for Nigeria. But apart from that, there hasn't been much since then. It's been very, very slim pickings. And, they finished fifth in Division 3, just gone. They had the fourth best defence in the third division, conceding only 46 goals out of 38 games. They also won the equivalent of probably what is like the Johnson Paint Trophy, like the lower league cup competition last year as well, where they beat an amateur side 7-0 in the final. So that's, one of their most recent kind of trophies and something that they're quite proud about. They did have a lone player from a Danish team last year that scored 10 goals in 6 games in that run in the German Cup, but he's obviously gone back to his parent team, so they couldn't sign him on. The only player that I could really see that has any kind of pedigree is someone that they signed from Millwall, a guy called Andreas Voltslammer, who played for Millwall a couple of years ago in the Championship. Wasn't very prolific, made sort of 43 appearances for Millwall, a lot of them from the bench, and only scored 3 goals. But he's probably going to lead the line for Hansa Rostock as well. They've only sort of bought in free transfers. They don't have any sort of transfer budget, really. I'm not even sure if they're a part-time club anymore. But they've got a stadium that's impressive, a fan base that's impressive. And, it will be another challenge for Villa. It all depends on what Villa squad travels to this. So are we likely to see a few more first-teamers go to Germany? I hope so. I don't want to see too many youngsters like the Walsall game yesterday. I want to see some more experienced heads going into it. I'd like to see Zeppi Redmond maybe sort of be a part of this as well and, get a win here, and then go to the America tour, on a little bit of a confidence boost. I want us to take this one seriously. I don't want to see sort of loads of youth players. And, I wouldn't even want to see unless we're going to have an experienced team, maybe sort of 2 different teams in 2 different halves. So it could be. But it's going to be an interesting game. I'll be watching it, as I said, on Villa TV to see how we get on here. But I fully expect Villa to step up preparations as well and take this game, a lot more seriously than maybe the sort of the Walsall game, and hopefully brush off a few more cobwebs. But as I said in that debrief of the Walsall game, players like Mosquera, Hemmings, and TJ Carroll, did themselves no harm at all in trying to get, a place in this squad for the Hansa game. So I wouldn't be surprised if they travelled with the side. Whether the rest of them will, I think Louis Barry probably will depart before we fly out tomorrow. I think his deal is close. I heard Swinkels is close to a loan move away. Joe Gauci, according to Jacob Tamswell, was very close to a loan move, but obviously picked up that injury.
So does that mean Emi Martinez comes in here? Does it mean we might see Marco Bizot travel with the squad here? That'd be great to see. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens on that side. And obviously incomings wise, there's always sort of talks going on. Apparently we've just signed a Senegalese 19-year-old from LASK Linsk, called Madou Keba Cisse. We're going to send him back on loan there. Apparently that will be announced in the next 24 hours. But as I said, he's one for the future. He's there with the Ozcans, the Zeppi Redmonds, Kostin Nedeljkovic as well. They're all 19. So they're obviously looking at those guys for the future. But guys, just wanted to jump on 5 minutes. That's all I can give you on Hansa Rostock, to be fair. I don't know much about them. Do me a favor, support the channel, smash a like, subscribe, comment, help a fellow Villa fan out, help me grow this channel, and I'll be back at you with a match reaction to the Hansa game. And if any transfer news drops in the next sort of 24 hours, I'm going to jump straight back on. Till then, guys, enjoy your evening. Bye for now.